UBC Arena, and what an atmosphere we have here tonight. I'm Todd Grisham, and next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
Hi Todd, nice to be here with you.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. Terence "Bud" Crawford, 173 centimeters tall, weight 63.5 kilos with a reach of 188 centimeters. And they'll be facing Juan Manuel Marquez. Terence "Bud" Crawford, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. He also can crack at welterweight, one of the best to ever do it. Juan Manuel Marquez. And when you see this man, you know what you're getting. Dinamita comes right at you relentlessly. He's never been in a boring fight.
Oh, pure bad blood.
And now for the official introductions. We turn it over to the world-renowned Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Omaha, Nebraska, here is an acclaimed three-division champion of the world, Terence "Bud" Crawford. Hiding out of the blue corner, and now from Mexico City, here is the Hall of Fame four-division champion of the world, Juan Manuel Dinamita Márquez.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
It's a privilege and an honor to be here. I feel so lucky to be sat here talking about something I love.
Under the bright lights here for this one, really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. The time has finally arrived. These two men have been jawing at each other for months. The talking is finally over. Now it's time to fight. That big hook doesn't land. Just avoids the left uppercut. Perfect counter shot. Swing and a miss with that left hook. All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter, because the expectation from the fans of the people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Straight right just misses. Just misses with that uppercut. Nobody home with that hook. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
Dominance without it.
Here we go for round two. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
you're fighting a counter-puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter-punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
So much firepower here. Nice counter shot. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
We wanted action, and they are delivering. So close with that uppercut. He misses with that jab. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Jab does not score. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
He's got to find a way to get around that reach advantage.
If you have got long arms and you're the bigger fighter, you've got to keep him out there, because you're not good at fighting up close and personal. Very, very good fighters can do that. Very, very good big fighters can do that. But use the jab, use the reach, and use that end of shot power.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy.
Here we go to the 4th round. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Well done with that counter shot. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. He misses with that straight left. No rest for the weary. Pretty close fight here in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you...
Crawford got hit hard, and down he goes. As we watch it again one more time, appreciate the perfection of that knockout shot.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. He'll try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Final 10 seconds here, and let's get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. So it's plan B time after being knocked down. And things are starting to heat up now as we enter the fifth. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
His stamina is off the charts. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
And Marquez goes down. Wow, let's take another look at that.
From the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Going for the finish. Let's talk about Marquez in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round. Come on.
And there's the bell for round 6. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
terrific counter lands. Couldn't take any more. Down goes Marquez. What a blow to the head there. Let's see it again on instant replay.
I need to see that again.
Let's talk about Marquez in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw.
Can make or break a fighter.
And there's the bell for round 7. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
And he scores with the counter. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this...
There's the bell to start round 8. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
last round still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter and the cornerman.
And there's the bell for round 9. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Good idea, but misses with the left hook. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Marquez in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
It's when you talk about champion.
This is the 10th. How much is left in their tank after last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Can't land that jab. He threw a punch and just got countered. It's bombs away. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to think, what does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
The straight right just misses. Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. Terence Crawford just got rocked. I thought that was going to be a knockdown at least.
Now you've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
You cannot gas out if you prepared right.
That Start 11. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
He just missed with that left jab. You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. And down goes Juan Manuel Marquez. As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now?
He's up, but for how long? Look at on the heels. Look at this.
Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Let's talk about Marquez in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
I love the...
There's the bell for round 12. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Okay, minute left.
The jab not finding its target. Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Not a lot of punch output, but there might be more action here. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even-Steven.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I gotta respect both of them. More than happy.
Incredible work rate. Those counter punches have to hurt. Putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Misses with the straight left. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Go back to the drawing board time, a unanimous decision victory.
Unanimous? You know what? Smarts that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.